We're lucky. Colorado is one of the best states for down payment assistance. In fact, it probably has more down payment assistance programs than just about every other state. Doesn't matter if you're a first-time homebuyer or not a first-time homebuyer. Some have income limits, some don't. Some are second mortgages, some are grants. Let's have a look. What do you say? You want to buy your first home, but maybe you don't have 20% to put down or perfect credit. That's okay. If you're committed to a home purchase, then I'm here to help you do just that. Maybe even sooner than you thought possible. My name is Scott Wynn, and I am a licensed mortgage advisor in Colorado with the Wynn and Egan team at Citywide Home Loans. If you want to buy a home in the next 12 months, then click that subscribe button, and together we'll make it happen. Where do I even begin? There are actually so many programs, I'm not even sure how to get started. Maybe the best place to start would be to take a look at HUD's website. HUD has a listing of all the different down payment assistance programs that are available by the state. So let's take a look. So if we visit HUD.gov and we scroll down to the bottom, there's a section here called Buy a Home. If we click on that, it takes us to a page that gives us access to different homebuyer programs available by state. If we choose Colorado, we then end up at a page that is dedicated to just Colorado. But what we want to see are just the programs available in Colorado. So if we click on home ownership assistance, it takes us to all the different down payment assistance programs that are available here in Colorado. So if you're looking to do the research on the different down payment assistance programs on your own, this is a great place to get started. HUD has all the links to all the individual down payment assistance programs, so you can check them all out. There are some programs, however, that are not listed on the HUD website that you might miss out on. So you just have to be a little bit careful and maybe do a little bit of Google research and things like that. But hopefully with videos like this, it'll help you in uncovering all the different down payment assistance programs and which ones are right for you. But I've been doing this for years and have focused on down payment assistance programs since I got in the business. And I will tell you, even today, I still get overwhelmed by all the different loan programs and all the different requirements and restrictions that each one has. And I'd like to share with you how these programs work so you can kind of get a feel for what I'm talking about. So as you probably saw on the HUD website, there really are three major buckets, if you will, in terms of down payment assistance based on geography. So there are statewide programs, there are county programs, and there are city programs. Normally, the requirement is that if there is a city program, you can't use the county program. And if there is a county program, you can't use the state program. However, there are some exceptions. But let's just take a look at a few of the city programs to get you a feel for how these down payment assistance programs work. So I just picked the first three, Aurora, Commerce City, and Boulder, to take a look at and show you what it is I'm talking about. Many of the city and county programs require that you be a first-time homebuyer in order to utilize their program. Now, one quick thing I'd like to make sure that you're aware of is that a first-time homebuyer, according to these programs, is anybody who has not owned a home in the most recent 3 years. So if that's you, you're considered a first-time homebuyer even if you've owned a home in the past. And of course, if you've never owned a home, you're considered a first-time homebuyer. Aurora and Commerce City does have a first-time homebuyer restriction. However, the Boulder program does not. So that's just one first example of how these different programs may not necessarily all follow the same rules. The other thing is that almost all of these programs, probably 99% of them, have income limits. They generally range between 80 and 120% area median income. However, the city and county programs generally on the lower level, the 80% of area median income, in order to qualify for their program. What's tricky about area median income is that it varies based on household size, and so you have to be a little bit careful there. It also varies based off of county. So for example, if you're looking in Aurora or Commerce City as an example, they're going to have the same area median income limits in comparison to Boulder, which is in a different county and therefore will have different income limits based on the higher incomes earned in Boulder County. Then comes the assistance amount. So each program, city, if you will, or whichever program you're looking at for that matter, is going to have their own rules surrounding how much assistance they will provide and the form of that assistance. So let's take a look at Aurora Hope. Aurora Hope, for example, is up to $10,000, but no more than the minimum down payment plus the closing costs, which happens to be actually the same as what Commerce City offers with their city down payment assistance program. But the terms of repayment are different between Aurora Hope and the Commerce City program. Aurora Hope is at a 0% interest rate with no monthly payments, and it's only repaid at the time that you sell, you do a cash out refinance, or you reach a zero balance on your first mortgage. Commerce City, on the other hand, has a 3.5% interest rate on their second mortgage and is repaid over a period of 10 years. Both Aurora and Commerce City have a minimum contribution that you must contribute to the transaction equal to 1% of the purchase price. But now let's look at Boulder. So unlike Aurora Hope and Commerce City, where they have just a single program, Boulder actually has 3 different programs. Boulder has a solutions grant, a middle income loan, and an H2O loan. Boulder's solution grant is for 5% of the purchase price. Their middle income loan, on the other hand, allows you to get a loan for up to as much as $200,000, and the H2O loan is for 15% of the purchase price, but no more than $50,000. Let's dive a little bit deeper into these programs, though. Confused yet? I think I've proven the point that all these city and county programs and statewide programs in addition to that can be very overwhelming and very confusing. And there are multiple more cities, county programs, and then the statewide programs on top of that. So you might be wondering, how do you even figure this all out, right? Well, ultimately, the answer is a lot of time and a lot of research. Just going through each of those links on the HUD website, clicking through them, going to the city or county or state programs, reviewing the guidelines, seeing if you're going to be qualifying or not, and how it works, and trying to understand it on your own. The alternative, of course, is to work with a professional mortgage advisor that understands these down payment assistance programs. And not every loan officer who does mortgages focuses on or understands down payment assistance. You're going to want to make sure that you're working with somebody that understands these programs and can do the research for you. Because as you go through the qualifying in general for a loan, they can then take that qualification information and utilize that when trying to match you up with the best down payment assistance programs that are available. I feel like that was maybe a bit self-promoting, and that certainly is not the intent. My goal here is to provide you with information that you can take and you can determine on your own without necessarily having to contact me or another loan officer for that matter. But if we can help make your life easier, why not, right? So even though it's confusing and even overwhelming, it's a good problem to have. I mean, we could be in a different state where there are no down payment assistance programs. I'd rather be in Colorado where there are a ton of down payment assistance programs to choose from. Use the HUD website, contact a lender, contact us, whatever works best for you. But just know that no matter your situation, whether you're in a low income situation, high income situation, maybe you have a disability, maybe you are preferring conventional over FHA financing, maybe you're purchasing in a particular city or county, whatever the circumstances are, there's most likely a loan program and down payment assistance program available for you. Did I answer the question you came looking for? If not, leave your question in the comments below and I'll be sure to reply. And if you found the info helpful, I'd love a click on that like button. If you're serious about making your first home purchase, then I've got a ton of great info for you to help make that possible. Check out these other videos as you work towards buying a home. Or you can call or text me and I can help you directly.